Welcome to Fiction Friday. This week at the museum, we've been experimenting with density, so I thought it would be fun to read What Floats in a Moat by Lynn Barry and Matthew Cordell. I like this book because it's funny, and I really like the illustrations, and I hope you enjoy it too. Are you ready to get started? What Floats in a Moat by Lynn Barry and illustrated by Matthew Cordell. Archie the goat stopped short at a moat. He measured and mapped. He doodled and drew. He sketched and scribbled and scrawled. Ah, to cross the moat, pronounced the goat, we build a contraption to float. Or, said Skinny the hen, we could just take the drawbridge. Bah, said Archie. Drawbridge, strawbridge. This is no time for a drawbridge. This is time for science. Right, said the hen. Science. The hen and the goat, alongside the moat, took stock of their cart of supplies. A barrel might float, mused the goat. We begin with a barrel of buttermilk. The hen and the goat, alongside the moat, hammered and nailed, clanged and banged. They wired and tied and built the SS Buttermilk. Archie the goat climbed aboard. Ready for launch? He called. Ready, said Skinny the hen. Push, said Archie the goat. I am pushing, said Skinny. Shove, said Archie the goat. I am shoving, said Skinny. Heave, said Archie the goat. I am heaving, said Skinny. Heave-umph. The barrel and goat splashed into the moat. What do you think happens? Do you think it works as a boat? Let's find out. And sank. Archie the goat tripped out of the moat. Take note, pronounced the goat. A barrel might not float. Apparently not, said the hen. Shall we take the drawbridge then? Bah, said Archie. Drawbridge, flawbridge. This is no time for a drawbridge. This is a time for science. Said the hen. Science. Archie the goat gazed at the moat. He puzzled and pondered. He doodled and drew. He sketched and scribbled and scrawled. Aha! To cross the moat, pronounced the goat. An empty barrel might float. Empty, said Skinny. Empty, said Archie. Drink, Skinny, drink. Drink buttermilk, asked Skinny. Indeed, said Archie. For science. Ha, said Skinny. You are the scientist. Ah, said Archie, but you are Skinny. Skinny held her nose and started to slurp. Bleck. She guzzled and gulped. She sipped and slurped and guzzled, and sipped and slurped and gulped, and sipped and slurped and guzzled to the bottom of a barrel of buttermilk. Ugh. Bah, said Archie. Then goat and hen hammered and nailed, clanged and banged. They wired and tied and built the SS Empty. Archie the goat climbed aboard. Ready for launch? He called. Ready, said not-so-Skinny the hen. Heave-ho! What do you think happens now? Do you think this barrel will float? Let's find out. The barrel, with goat, splashed into the moat and floated, and tipped, and rolled, and tossed the goat into the moat. So it floated, but it didn't work all that well as a boat. Let's see what he decides to do. Archie the goat dripped out of the moat. Take note, pronounced the goat. Indeed, a barrel does float. And yet, said Skinny the hen, we remain outside the moat. Bah, said Archie. We try again, Skinny the hen. Again, groaned the hen. Indeed, said Archie. The third and final barrel. Drink, Skinny, drink. The hen sighed. The hen sipped. The hen sighed. The hen slurped. She guzzled, she gulped, she stopped. She could not drink another drop. Ah, said Archie. Just right. The hen and the goat alongside the boat hammered and nailed, clanged and banged. They wired and tied and built the SS Ballast. Do you know what ballast is? So ballast is something heavy that you put in the bottom of a ship, like gravel or water, that sort of gives it some stability so it won't just tip over. So Archie used buttermilk as his ballast. Do you think it's going to work? I guess we'll find out. Archie the goat climbed aboard. Ready for launch? He called. Ready, said Skinny the hen. Heave, 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 humph. The barrel, with goat, splashed into the moat and sank, but floated. Sank and floated. Eureka, said Archie the goat, and he paddled across the moat, just in time to meet the queen hurrying from the castle. Archimedes, called the queen, for Pete's sake, next time take the drawbridge. And where is the rest of my buttermilk? In the moat, pronounced the goat. And in the hen, moaned the hen. All, said Archie, in the name of science. Science, fussed the queen. Science? What about my buttermilk? Bah, said Archie. Buttermilk, guttermilk. This is no time for deliveries. This is time for discoveries. Indeed, said Skinny the hen. The end. So what did you think? I like that even though it took Archie a couple of tries, he finally succeeded with his experiment. The first couple of tries were failures, but he was able to learn from them and use what he learned to finally succeed. Have you ever had an experience like that, where something took you a couple of tries before you finally got it? What did you learn from that experience? How did it make you feel to finally succeed after trying so hard? I would love to hear your experiences. Make sure to ask your grown-ups to share with us on Facebook and Instagram using the hashtag PCMCreates. Thank you for reading with me. Make sure to join us next week for more triad activities and stories, and ask your grown-ups to check us out on Facebook and Instagram for more play-at-home activities, and come visit us soon at the Providence Children's Museum.